Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. We are honored that you are here, that you would spend time with us. Wow. Definitely want to start off with honoring 75 years ago on this date, Pearl Harbor. Those that have lost their lives and the families that may still feel the enormous pain of that event, and those that predate that event, and of course the many tragedies that have occurred since that event. We are grateful and we honor the service of all the men and women who have paid that ultimate price. We honor you and we thank you. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show. Hey, what do you think? You know, as you look at the cabinet that President-elect Donald J. Trump is putting together, what do you think? Because whether you have a concurrent ideology with Brother Trump or not, and whether or not you think some of the picks are extremely volatile or dangerous in some way, ideologically, etc. I'm looking at the resumes, though. The individuals, even if they don't necessarily connect, like I've said some pretty funny things about brother Ben with this HUD thing, and that's not it's not a laughing matter, but at the same time, I have to admit that he's a brilliant neurosurgeon. So even though it doesn't seem like a logical fit, and in fact it may just be the wrong position, but it just amazes me the quality of the resumes. I mean, he's bringing in some heavy hitters, real heavy hitters, people that have excelled in one way or another, and bringing them into these different positions. It's even the unlikely picks. Reports out today that he's picked WWE ex-CEO Linda McMahon, Small Business Administration chief. All right, you feeling that? WWE? You might not think that, right? I mean, you're not thinking that. I can see that, but then you look at how that industry was developed, how instrumental she was in helping to cultivate an entire industry. Just, say, well, wow, but putting her in small business development, that type of thing. Okay. Again, it may or may not seem like a traditional pick, just like Brother Ben. May not seem like the person you would have thought, but we might get surprised. I was listening to Armstrong Williams the other day. You say, why are you doing that? I like to give perspectives from all directions. I want to get down to to the truth. So I'm digging. But he had a very, very strong, passionate defense for this pick. He was just going at it. And you don't know Dr. Carson. You don't know him like I know him. And he was trying to preach, man. He's going at it. Probably shouldn't take all that if he was the right, but this is what he wanted. He's always wanted this, and he was going to change this, and he didn't want to know the way. And listen, man, this you don't know the doctor. I've been knowing for 16, 18, been business manager. I know this, he's just going at it, man. Wow, jeez. He's really in his corner. And let me tell you something. And listen, it doesn't, okay. So I'm giving him some time. I'm listening. At the same time, I'm thinking, well, Dr. Ben is a brilliant man, and if he does apply himself, however steep this learning curve may be, if this is true, that this is truly what he wants, how he wants to serve at this point in his life, if he truly dedicates himself, hey, you dig what I'm saying? And the list goes on with these picks. They're just not the people that you and I may have thought would be the people, or maybe people that we're comfortable with. But they are definitely excelling in their various fields, and they do bring a level of of expertise. So this is going to be interesting to watch. The latest picks and how that plays out as far as whether or not they can actually be effective with all of the bureaucracy, et cetera. And unless, hey, once again, will we see the continuation of a non-conventional president, and then he moves a lot of the waters? Things that you might have thought would be in place, be a barrier to stop somebody else, and he just bogarts right through. All that's possible. We're going to talk about some of his tweets today, and he's calling cats out, just going right at it. Stuff that other people just would not do. Just not in good taste. But he's doing it and letting you know it don't look like it's going to stop. So, he might clear the way. And if he clears the way for some people, he already has the party, already has the control of the House, all branches of government, they're ready to go. And if he's already prepared to give threats, hey, you're not moving your company, if he's willing to put people on blast, social media, with millions and millions of followers that he had, the millions and millions of followers that he has, wow, again, what's the plan to stop that? So, we're looking for some type of pot of gold here, but and maybe I'm pulling at straws, but maybe if you look at it from a different perspective, if the individuals truly have something good in their heart for the average citizen, they may have an opportunity to actually implement the programs, etc. You may be able to see the change. It's almost like, if you give me a chance at bat, if you let me at least try, coach, I'll make you proud. If you give me a chance, and it looks like the individuals, hey, it may have been great individuals with the last cabinet, but you had so much obstruction. You had so many people who were blocking it. So now, okay, if you remove the obstruction, maybe you could take those same people from before the last 8 years and put them right back in this spot, and they could perform. That might be a fair point. You say, well, these people aren't any more talented than who we already have. Okay, maybe, but you also have a person who's opening up the trail, opening up the pathway for them to perform. Makes all the difference. Instead of you stealing a chance at bat, or resorting to executive orders, etc., because your hands are tied. What if you had the green light and talent? You have the expertise and a green light. Wow, now you ready to go to town. You ready to make it happen. And so, I definitely think there's going to be some changes. Whether or not they're going to be advantageous for the least of these, that may be a fight. That may still be a major issue. It may be a major issue, but all of these individuals have incredible resumes. Even Mad Dog. Wow, Mad Dog. Yeah. You're talking about people that have, the utmost respect from those that surround them, that have worked with them, that have, been led by them in some extreme situations. It's a powerful team. We'll have to see what's going to happen. What do you think? 917-725-4241. 917-725-4241. We'll be live until midnight. We're here for you. Sidney Rhodes Show. You know, why do this, Sidney Rhodes show? Well, it's not about whether or not, we have all the answers. I think it's a collaborative effort. I think that there are a lot of brilliant people in the world, and this is a point, a critical point in history. And if we can circle the wagons round, if we can bring the people together to think about the concepts and look at things from a different angle, different perspective, look deeper, I mean, it's possible that we can help somebody. It's possible that we can create better structures, towards a more perfect union. You dig? I mean, so I really, I throw a lot of questions, because I really want people to think. And, sometimes I just, I believe there's a utility to just allowing some things to be questioned, just that First Amendment right, just allow it to be questioned, and then if it's the truth, let it be the truth, I mean, if it stands, let it stand. If not, then we got work to do. You feel me? I think we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our future. We owe it to our children to get to the truth and then stand on that. That's the Sidney Rhodes show, So I invite people from all different perspectives, with respect. We put it up. We put it to the test. That's what we do. Sidney Rhodes show. And that's why we do what we do. Gotta love it. Sidney Rhodes show. The Sidney Rhodes show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes show. Nah, I know you ain't afraid to call. I mean, I know you ain't afraid to call. And you know you don't be agreeing with everything I say. Don't it? You do not be agreeing with everything I say. Then keep it 917-725-4241. You better call 917-725-4241. You know, why do this, Sidney Rhodes show? Well, it's not about whether or not, we have all the answers. I think it's a collaborative effort. I think that there are a lot of brilliant people in the world, and this is a point, a critical point in history. And if we can circle the wagons round, if we can bring the people together to think about the concepts and look at things from a different angle, different perspective, look deeper, I mean, it's possible that we can help somebody. It's possible that we can create better structures, towards a more perfect union. You dig? I mean, so I really, I throw out a lot of questions, because I really want people to think. And, sometimes I just, I believe there's a utility to just allowing some things to be questioned, just that First Amendment right, just allow it to be questioned, and then if it's the truth, let it be the truth, I mean, if it stands, let it stand. If not, then we got work to do. You feel me? I think we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our future. We owe it to our children to get to the truth and then stand on that. That's the Sidney Rhodes show, So I invite people from all different perspectives, with respect. We put it up. We put it to the test. That's what we do. Sidney Rhodes show. And that's why we do what we do. Gotta love it. Sidney Rhodes show. The Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with The Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show.
Don't tell me, baby, 'cause I don't really wanna know what happened last night. Oh no, just say it wasn't so. Just say you love me and let me fall back into sleep. And when I wake up, you say I had a real bad dream. Whoa, real bad dream. And then tell me, baby, about the time when we first met. Yeah, we were young back then, but I will never forget. You wore a blue dress, and you had flowers in your hair. You were my princess, my diva extraordinaire. Whoa, say I had a real bad dream. Don't tell me where you were last night. Don't wanna hear a single word. Make up a story about how you were staying late at work. Say that you had a flat tire. Say the elevator stuck. Just don't go and tell me what I don't wanna hear. Pretend that it was a real bad dream. Real bad dream. Whoa, bad dream. Whoa. Tell me, baby, it was a real bad dream. Tell me, baby, it was a real bad dream. Tell me, it was a real bad dream. Tell me, baby, it was a real bad dream.
Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you for being here. We are honored that you are spending time with us. I got a real bad dream, boy. You know, talking about a real bad dream. This little dude down in Charleston. Y'all know I'm not cool with this cat. I'm just not cool with this little dude. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm just not cool with this little butt. And y'all got to pray for Sid, because, you know, I mean, they say you're supposed to forgive and all. I'm not cool with this little dude. No, I'm not. No, skip him. For real, though. I'm not cool, man. You shooting up folks in a church. I'm not your friend. I'm not cool with that at all. No. We saw the clips, and we saw the family and people saying they forgave, and, you know, quick, the forgiveness. Pray for Sid. I'm not. No. He should have been done up that day, that moment. So started the doggone trial. Charleston, man, come on, man. You know, and so, you know, I'm getting upset all over again. You know, because now cats got to relive again, as if it's not a part of their day-to-day life, right? But, I mean, you got to relive now, and you got to look at this dude. You got to be in court looking at this dude. And this dude, you know, like I've been talking on the show, you know, it's not, you know, he gets to represent himself, so he jump up when he want to jump up. I object. Sit down somewhere. I object. I got some objection for you. This little dude, I'm not feeling him. I'm not. I keep asking, you know, what we gonna do, but we Sidney Rhodes Show, we stand up for the least of these. Holla if you hear me. That's why we need our churches, we need our schools, we need defensive measures to protect our people. Period. I ain't talking about attack. We don't advocate violence. I'm talking self-defense. I'm talking Second Amendment. I'm saying we can't just be victims. Granddad said, you know better, you do better. And of course, the concern is little copycat dudes out there and girls. Little copycat dudes and dudettes. They're going to try to get their shine on, get their pub on, so they can have some more hits on their Facebook page. He's got writing manifestos. Look. Oh, you got a what? You done did what? Hey, I got a little logo, man. Got a little logo with a little this and little that on it. Couple of 8s to go with it, you know. And you know what? You have a right. Now dig this. Now I'm hey, I try to be fair. You got if you want to be down. Look, I'm gonna say it like this, cause we like to say things that get ourselves in trouble. Is a storm coming? Yes. I like to say things to get myself in trouble, you know. Okay, if you're a white supremacist, if you're a white nationalist, even if you are seeing a different distinction, such as an independent, if you see yourself alt-right, however you may see yourself in this ordeal, on that side of the tracks, you got a right to believe what you believe, man. And woman, now you might not expect me to say that. No, you got a right, dude. You got a right if you feel like you are supreme because of the color of your skin. Okay. If you believe that the color of your skin makes you supreme, or if there's something that you want to add to that, such as your genetic makeup or something to that effect, or if you want to talk about the size of your brain, etc. You got a right to that, man. And woman, do you? I'm for real. Do you? I'm as real as I could be. If that's your spot, you do what you do. Along with that, if that belief, however, provokes you somehow to go into a church, plot, plan, and according to what happened in court today, drive an hour, load up your stuff, ammunition, everything the night before. This what they presented in court today, y'all. And you drive an hour, you don't already staked out the place, you know they're having Bible study, blah, blah, blah. So if your belief, and I'm not saying this is what you do, I'm just saying if. You got a right to have your belief, but if that belief causes you to come up in a church, I'm hoping that people will start to hear, think, strategize, prepare, and train so that A, you're not the only one who's ready for combat, and B, they may not be the only ones that's going to die that day. And that's for real, for real, for real. We might both have to go that day. But you just shooting up my mama, shooting up my brother, shooting up my cousins, because you think you superior and you just gonna be shooting up cats while we praying? I got a prayer for you. My prayer is that we continue to get some range passes, get your due diligence in, do your homework, pick out something that looks nice, feels good in your hand, get used to it. Holla if you hear me. And be ready for action if necessary. Now I'm saying obey the law, depending this broadcast goes all over the world, you know how social media is, go all over the world. So obey the law like you need to obey the law. And maybe you got to have brother so and so prepared to do this. He's an officer of the law. Make sure that he's getting his word on Wednesday nights at Bible class and whatnot. Make sure that you need him to be getting his word. But when y'all start praying, he don't close his eyes. He watching. When these other cats start coming in the door, nice, welcome them, treat them well. But brother so and so said so and so, y'all be watching all the time. Watch and pray. Tell them, Sid, watch and pray. If you got to get busy to save lives, get busy. What else can I say? You know, keep shooting up our kids in these schools. No, somebody got to get, no. Figure it out. Please figure it out. You got to figure out how to make it safe, how to mitigate the risk of accidents, of children getting into something they shouldn't get into because, well, if it wasn't there, the kids couldn't have broken into it and gotten okay, well then we need extra safeguards. We smart, figure it out. Time out for this sitting duck stuff. And then, like I'm saying, now you got to go to court and listen to this I want to be Johnny Cochran dude run around. No, we shouldn't have to go through all that. He should already be done. He should be done. Hey y'all, did you see the report is he fired 70 or more shots. 70 or more. I mean, what are you doing? A cat gonna go if you're going to war, then you're supposed to be in a battle. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? If it's a war, then it should be a battle. That means that it should be going both ways. Holla if you hear me. I'm talking self-defense, y'all, and I hope somebody's hearing me. I hope you start talking to your leadership of your church. Hope you start talking to people around you at your job. Hope you start talking about the school administrators. I hope. Say, hey, what we gonna do to protect the babies? Because these yahoos, some of them, done went stone crazy. But they are prepared and they have training. And you don't. No, you don't. So now, that to me just don't look right. That don't look fair. That don't look just. That don't look like you, holding up your responsibilities. People trust us as leaders. They trust us. Well, then if you trust me with your children, you trust me, to be at the church, closing your eyes and praying, then I got to have something in place in case one of these little yahoos like in Charleston decide to come to my town. Buckshot. 223s. Get them. That's what I'm for real with it, man. I'm just saying. When it shooting up the babies, that lead's supposed to be flying both ways. The same way they sold it to him, they'll sell it to you. Hey. Anyway. So check out what's going on in Charleston. Try to stay up on it. Unfortunately, we'll be talking about this little crazy dude. And I said what I said. I mean it. If you got to write, if you hate me because of the color of my skin, that's why you hate me. You got, do your thing, man. Do your thing. If you hate me simply because of the color of my skin, that's you. I understand that some people think that was the 1960s or the 1860s or the 1760s. People think that was way back then. No, there's still cats like that right now. If that's the bag you in, that's the bag you in. I don't hate nobody because of the color of their skin. I don't. That's me. I think I'm an elevated thinker. I'm not, I'm going to let you do what you do. I'm going to watch and see. And if you somebody I shouldn't be rolling with, I'm not going to roll with you. But if you cool with me, I don't care what color skin you got. We can roll. I try to be fair with it. So, by the same token, a crazy dude that looked just like you come in your church trying to shoot up the place, he need to go too. No, he need to go too. That's how I roll. But back to what I'm saying. If you hate me because of, the color of my skin, that's your business. But I advise you to just keep that in your own head. That's real. Now if we want to verbally, we can talk about the science of it. We can talk about supremacy. We can talk about genes. We can talk about your fear of a dark planet. I can get with you. We can break it down. We can break down and find out who came from what and who came from who. For real though. So if you want to get intellectual with it, we can just talk science. Hey, this is okay with me. But I don't even have to go there. I'm just talking just straight up. If you don't like, you don't like. If you hate, you hate. That's your business. We can do it like that. But keep that violent stuff over there. Because ain't nobody coming at you with the violence. In fact, people that look like me, we got enough problems doing the wrong thing when it comes to this violence thing within our own communities. So, we already have other issues. We're not typically out coming in your churches shooting your members. That's just not typically what's going on. This thing can't be one-sided. I'm just talking about defense. We're gonna enjoy some more music tonight. Hey, I just these little dudes. I'm telling you. Look. They get turned on. Somebody get to talking to them, get the rah, and start throwing out them so-called whistles, and they get the rah, get on the internet, and they find they certain sites, and they get some more rah, and they get emboldened. And now they want to run in your church. Make sure they catch something if they run in your church. That's what I'm saying. Defend the babies. They run in your church. Make sure they ain't able to come out on their own. They gonna need some help, y'all. That's all I'm trying to say. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show. You know, why do this, Sidney Rhodes Show? Well, it's not about whether or not, we have all the answers. I think it's a collaborative effort. I think that there are a lot of brilliant people in the world, and this is a point, a critical point in history. And if we can circle the wagons round, if we can bring the people together to think about the concepts and look at things from a different angle, different perspective, look deeper, I mean, it's possible that we can help somebody. It's possible that we can create better structures, towards a more perfect union. You dig? I mean, so I really, I throw out a lot of questions, because I really want people to think. And, sometimes I just, I believe there's a utility to just allowing some things to be questioned, just that First Amendment right, just allow it to be questioned, and then if it's the truth, let it be the truth, I mean, if it stands, let it stand. If not, then we got work to do. You feel me? I think we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our future. We owe it to our children to get to the truth and then stand on that. That's the Sidney Rhodes Show, So I invite people from all different perspectives, with respect. We put it up. We put it to the test. That's what we do, Sidney Rhodes Show. And that's why we do what we do, Gotta love it. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. We're honored that you're with us tonight. Thank you for being here. So, how would you feel if you are doing your job day in, day out, and somebody says, "Hey, man, did you see the tweet that went out?" And say, "Well, what's up? What's up?" "No, I ain't see it." "Nah, you ain't see it." "Nah, man, I just said I ain't see it." "Oh, man, you got to see this, man. Trump done put your name in a tweet." "What? You lying." "Now let me see. "Oh, man, no, he didn't." "Dude, for real? Man, this went out to millions of people all over the world, man. He called you by name." "What?" Today, if you check President-elect Donald J. Trump's Twitter feed a couple of hours ago, it reads, "Chuck Jones, comma, who is president of the United Steelworkers 1999, comma, has done a terrible job representing workers. No wonder companies flee country." Man. About an hour ago, he tweets, if United Steelworkers 1999 was any good, they would have kept those jobs in Indiana. Spend more time working, less time talking. Reduce dues. Man. I'm just trying to tell you. So there's a backstory here from the carrier deal, you know, the United, okay, the care, okay. So we talked about that Sidney Rhodes Show. The programs are all on demand. iTunes, YouTube, Sidney Rhodes Show. So the union president, Brother Chuck Jones, he thinks there was some, dog and pony type stuff. There was, Brother Trump was inflating those numbers in an improper way. Brother Jones feels like, he pumping it up like there's gonna be so many jobs, but there's really cats still gonna get laid off. It ain't all that he said it was. So Brother Jones been putting it out there like, hey, check the fine print. Something ain't right. The news gets the president-elect Donald J. Trump. Your boy Chuck Jones down there, he's still wilding out. He still put it out there like you didn't do what you're supposed to do. You people still thinking there's some shit going on. Oh, okay. No, it's okay. Calls him out, y'all, by name. Hits him with the tweet. Are you ready for this? Sidney Rhodes Show. So yeah, it's just a part of speaking out for those that, don't have a voice, we have an obligation, to help cats. It just can't be about us all the time. There's people that need help and this is what we do, we got to reach back. We got to help out. Sidney Rhodes Show. That's what we all about. Have you heard? You ain't hear about that. Did you hear? Who told you? That Increased Solution LLC is making a 24/7 network? Come on now. Well, what about the Sidney Rhodes show? Oh, Sidney Rhodes show is still going to be from 9 to midnight, though. Oh, okay, because, you don't be tripping. Sidney Rhodes show still from 9 to midnight. Okay. But, you mean all those other hours, 24/7, need to be filled? Which means cats they can have their own show? You tripping. Are you serious? Or they can be guests on other shows? So you mean if you had a talent or idea or something you want to do, you got a chance right here to reach the world? Come on, man. What's the catch? What? All they gotta do is get at you? On Facebook? Sidney J. Rhodes Jr.? So wait a minute, what kind of topics? I mean, they could do what? Relationships, religion, news, education, health, race, business development, entertainment, empowerment? What? All of that? And whatever else? What? All they gotta do is get at you? What you trying to say? That if they want to get out there, they can get out there. This their chance. For real, though? For real, they just go Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr., send you a message and be like, hey, this is something I want to do. And then if it's good, it's good. Is that what you're trying to say? For real? Man, that sounds all right. That's kind of cool. All right. Nah, I'm with that. I ain't going to hold you up with that. All right. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Okay, all right. I might try to have a show. That's all right. Well, wait. What if I got a product or a service or something I just want to advertise to the world? I could Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr., and I can hook up and try to get that too? Man, that's all right. Oh, man, go on, man. That's cool, man. All right. No, I ain't gonna hate. I like it. 24/7 network. All right, helping people, giving some good perspectives, having people think about things, man, and some entertainment too, man. That's hot. All right. I'm cool. That'll work. The Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you for being here. Are you ready for the man of the year? Person of the year. Are you ready for that? Time magazine selected Donald J. Trump, President-elect Donald J. Trump, as person of the year, because they've given it to men, women, and machines, right? So person of the year, machine of the year in the 90s. Man of the year, Donald J. Trump. Can you dig it? Wow. 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 How you feel about that? On one hand, I mean, how can you deny it though? Sidney Rhodes show. We don't like to take the easy road. You gotta take the rough one now. This how you really can't deny it. I mean, who's had more of an impact this past year? He's in the news every day. Person of the year. I mean, who else would it be? I think it really is aligned to a lot of the themes that we presented on this program, which is whether or not you like or you don't like, whether you agree or you don't agree, the impact, the effectiveness, the sheer ability to outmaneuver in so-called non-traditional ways the competition still puts him in the right positions to get what he wants and where he wants. And if you walk those steps back, it's masterful. It just is simply masterful. So again, denying that he's done what he's done, I think that leaves you vulnerable. That leaves us vulnerable to continue to not be able to support if you're one of his supporters, support properly, or B, shift the coming tides. If you don't understand what's happening, then it's hard for you to be a great supporter. I think it's also hard for you, you got to be able to appreciate, right? You want to be able to appreciate, right? So you got to be able to appreciate so that you can really get into what's happening. I'll give you a music example. So, if you listen to jazz because it relaxes you, that's great. That's a nice utility. I mean, you worked hard, you put on some nice mellow jazz. You might even listen to Sidney Rhodes shows. We play good music, So, sometimes I just feel like relaxed. Okay, that's a level of appreciation, no problem. But now if you're a musician yourself, or you are a diehard fan / student of music, you're going to hear the music differently. Can you dig it? I mean, you're going to have a different level of appreciation. Now, if you were to be someone to support the musicians who are creating the music, I dare say that you would be able to support them on different levels the more you understand about what they're doing, the more you can really appreciate what's happening, right? Then the more that I think you can get in and help out. Again, if you are trying to disrupt what they're doing, then knowing how they do what they do, the process by which they are able to manifest this art, if you know the steps they take, and if you get in there and disrupt those steps, then maybe you can have your agenda be, or maybe you can get your song out. I mean, these are strategies, right? I mean, you can appreciate all that, right? So, President of the Divided States of America is the title that they're giving him. I believe the issue comes out December 19th. At least that's the date that I'm looking at on the cover here, December 19th. Yeah. So it may come out a little before then, but so get your copy. You got to run right out and get your copy as soon as you can. As soon as you can, because, so you can have Donald Trump, President of the Divided States of America, Person of the Year, Time magazine. Amazing. Amazing. Well, now, understanding that, again, don't let the train just go by. If you are really upset, then you're going to have to be a student, right? You have to learn. So that's what we try to do, make sure that you are able to appreciate so you can hear the music. So whether you are appreciating better support, or you're appreciating so you can hopefully try to push some of your agenda to maybe help your interest, then you're in the right place, because we like to get to the nitty gritty, right? We like to talk about things from all sides, get to the truth, which is active citizenry. You want to be an active participant in the process, right? So a good place to be is to first understand what in the world is happening. All right. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, The Sidney Rhodes Show. You can also follow on Twitter at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr., YouTube or iTunes. Put in your search bar, The Sidney Rhodes Show. Be right there for you. And we're right here for you every night, 9 to midnight. You can call in live at 917-725-4241, 917-725-4241. We got a lot ahead. Hang in there. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr., The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with The Sidney Rhodes Show. You know, why do this, Sidney Rhodes Show? Well, it's not about whether or not, we have all the answers. I think it's a collaborative effort. I think that there are a lot of brilliant people in the world, and this is a point, a critical point in history. And if we can circle the wagons round, if we can bring the people together to think about the concepts and look at things from a different angle, different perspective, look deeper, I mean, it's possible that we can help somebody. It's possible that we can create better structures, towards a more perfect union. You dig? I mean, so I really, I throw out a lot of questions, because I really want people to think. And, sometimes I just, I believe there's a utility to just allowing some things to be questioned, just that First Amendment right, just allow it to be questioned, and then if it's the truth, let it be the truth, I mean, if it stands, let it stand. If not, then we got work to do. You feel me? I think we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our future. We owe it to our children to get to the truth and then stand on that. That's the Sidney Rhodes Show, So I invite people from all different perspectives, with respect. We put it up. We put it to the test. That's what we do, Sidney Rhodes Show. And that's why we do what we do, Gotta love it. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with The Sidney Rhodes Show. So yeah, I just it's just a part of speaking out for those that don't have a voice. We have an obligation, to help cats. It just can't be about us all the time. There's people that need help, and this is what we do. We got to reach back. We got to help out. Sidney Rhodes Show. That's what we all about. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Hey. How you doing? We got a special treat tonight. We're going to replay a little bit of our conversation that we had on November 28th after the OSU and the little Charleston dude was making the news again. So we're going to replay a little bit of that. It's fitting today with the Charleston situation and our vibe on that whole ordeal. So you can kind of get a little playback on that. So we're going to run a little bit of that for you. We'll leave the phone lines open, 917-725-4241. So we'll still be able to take your live calls. 917-725-4241. And this is from November 28th. Again, all of our programs are on demand, YouTube or iTunes. You put in the Sidney Rhodes Show, and they're all on demand, free there for you. Okay, we'll play a little bit of this for you. The Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show, you're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. We're back, Sidney Rhodes Show. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate you being here. Glad that you're joining us. Our thoughts obviously go out to the victims, all the victims in the Ohio State situation. We're gonna come back around to that, but we want to first give respect, and our thoughts are those that are suffering, their families, etc. You didn't send your baby off to college to get in something like that, etc., etc., etc. I don't think anybody involved really wanted to turn out exactly how it did. So thoughts are with them. We're gonna come back around to that. But this little dude in Charleston made the news again today. A few days back, judge found him able to stand trial. Now that could have been some okie doke, and I'd have really had to go in some nonsense like that. Found the dude, okay, he can stand trial. He's fit to. Okay, fine. In the news today, because this little dude decided he wants to represent himself. And they picking the jurors and whatnot. So he gonna represent himself. So the thought of, well, since he might be facing the death penalty, maybe he needs more competent representation. Maybe people should advocate to have his back, and see if he can get a better defense strategy. If they got OJ off. Okay. So I started to ponder this as I was holding myself back until tonight. Pondering how I feel about my own faith, turn the other cheek and forgive and all of that Sunday school lesson. Let me make this clear. There are certain provisions having firearms in places of worship. That aside, let me make this clear. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You do not have to agree. You are welcome to express your views on this program, 917-725-4241. In fact, I'm honored that we could have a respectful debate and look at many sides of the issue. On this one here, let's be clear. If I'm in a prayer meeting, or anybody that I know or love, or even their neighbor's neighbor, even they lost, whatever, person they ain't seen in 100 years, ain't even got to be friends with anybody in the room, and somebody get to shooting, let's be clear. I hope somebody of faith stops the threat cold. So that we know where I stand. That little dude wouldn't have been breathing that night. In a church where cats have accepted you, praying, going over the word, and you go to shooting, that little dude would have had to die that night. Now, this has been debated, and I know that the many outpouring, there's been a lot of talk and there's been a lot of sympathy for the families of those in Charleston. And what I am saying is not a condemnation as if to say what they should have done. I'm not saying that at all. This is in no way am I saying my statement towards the parishioners. I'm talking about this little dude who's still breathing and now going to be his own Perry Mason. That little cat would have been dead. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Don't have to agree. I'm just saying. Time out for that nonsense. In a church? Now, we can debate on the Sidney Rhodes Show. We can debate in life. Look, like I said, that's an honor to be able to have the mental gymnastics, spar, kick it around, kick the willy bobo. We get down to the nitty gritty. I love it. It's great. Socratic model. I mean, let's do it. Let's have it. Get that for real debate. For real. I ain't afraid. But if there's little jokers that think they can keep coming into churches, threatening lives, I'm not the average cat when it comes to that. Okay. At some point, your respect for the elders, your respect for good people, your respect for people trying to do the right thing. And I mean, everybody in church ain't perfect, but cats who are trying to, let's just say, better themselves, come into a place that should be a safe place where they can get their worship on, get their shout on, get their dance on. If they're female, they can, pass out at the right time with the handsome usher to catch her. I mean, they can really get it on. I digress. But this little dude, and any little dudes like him, who now get more press, more worldwide attention, as he can grandstand now and represent himself. Bullets too cheap. He'd have caught some. Fill his butt with lead. Quick. Sidney Rhodes Show. So, as I was watching the major catastrophe at OSU today, well, I'm watching the reports, and that they do have, from what I understand, they have a video of the whole hookup. My man driving off the curb, and I mean, they got surveillance video. Ain't that gonna be something if that leaks and you see all that? Wow. Anyway, ain't nobody saying they shouldn't have shot this dude. Apparently, from the reports, I mean, we're going to have more and more information as time goes on, but apparently one of the officers was actually investigating something nearby on campus, gas leak, something to that effect. Somebody pulled a fire alarm, maybe. There's some sketchy reporting. That ain't the point. He just so happened supposedly to be around, okay? So he was checking on something else, and then this cat does what he does, pulls out his I think I'm Jason machete, and oh boy does what he's supposed to do, apparently, lets him know, you don't stop, I'm about to stop you, and unloads on this cat. Done deal. It's a wrap. You're done. I don't hear any outcry about stopping this little dude. So why is it okay that our conscience is totally clear when we're not bad individuals, we're not bad people, we're not against the faith, if we don't have any problem in Ohio today with filling that dude up with lead. We got no problem with that. It's justified. He was a threat. Put his butt down. Okay. Fine. Then why is it that I'm supposed to feel some kind of way about this little dude still parading himself as Perry Mason for killing church folk? Hot lead to his dome. Am I so terrible for saying that? I mean, is there some kind of double standard there? So it's okay in the midst of a catastrophe to kill certain cats, but other cats, oh no, you shouldn't feel that way. Look at what they did. They said that they forgave. That's their prerogative. The Sidney Rhodes Show. We stand up for people's prerogative. You do what you want to do until you start to harm a cat. Now, if another cat want to forgive you, that's their business. And maybe they'll get to the pearly gates and get an extra bonus for forgiving your black butt. That's okay. That's okay. They might get that. Or white butt, or whatever kind of butt you got. Fat, slim, nice size, whatever kind of butt. But that little dude in Charleston let his little cronies think, oh, wow, I can get my little 15 minutes of fame just like this dude, and I can get on the news and I can be my own attorney and you get the wrong ideas. Okay. My advice to your church folk that think you ain't supposed to have certain things. Be as legal as you need to be. Let me say that. But to my church folk, be prepared. There was years ago. I mean, I've traveled. I've done a lot of traveling. I mean, many, many years ago, I've been to some mega churches, and they had security. You go to some small towns, that's like, you wouldn't even think of it. I mean, many, many years ago, you go to a certain church, they got security. Already ahead of the game. You still have cats today who think that's a lightweight thing. You don't do that. Okay. Or it can't happen here type junk. Okay. As if Charleston wasn't a good enough example for you. But I'm just, let me make my point. The Sidney Rhodes Show. I'm going to make my point. To my church folk, get ready. Get ready. If you don't have a system to protect your people, shame on you. Granddad said, you know better, you do better. Shame on you. If you ain't got somebody in place or somebodies to stop a threat, shame on you. Your stuff is bogus. I said it. Deal with it. 917-725-4241. We got double standards. We have people not prepared. And the Sidney Rhodes Show is just saying, hey, what's up with that? Look. See? You keep messing with me. Look. If the Ohio State, do you hear what the president said, brother man, Dr. So-and-so? What'd he say? What brother man say? We train and prepare for things like this. We hope it don't happen, but we train and prepare for it. Bingo. So we hope it don't happen, but you out of pocket if you ain't even trained and prepared for it. See, I see down the line, and I want the people that love this show, listen to this show, and benefit from. I want you to see down the line too. And I'm telling you, these little copycat cats out there who are gonna be watching the little Perry Mason dude in Charleston getting his little shine on. You start filling them little kids up with lead, they might think twice about coming into your prayer meeting. Now you want to come in and you want to get down and study, you want to get down and praise, man. I'm gonna tell you from what I know from just history and my own experience, especially in the African American church, cats welcome you. I'm just telling, that's real. I know that there may be exceptions. There may be exceptions to the rule, but I done been in all different types of church, all the type of places. I'm gonna give it up, dude. You talk about cats that open their arms up. If you are a Caucasian or something other than an African American, let's say, and you walk into an African American church traditionally, you are not going to get the cold shoulder. Cats are welcoming you, give you a smile, handshake, bulletin, nice. That's how it rolls. I'm telling you that. Done seen it many years in my life. So if you gonna disrespect that, endanger the lives of cats that will open their door to you, the same that they did in Charleston, open their door to this little dude, and he come at him like that, fill him with lead. That's what I'm saying. Now, y'all can take the perspective, no, just keep praying for him. Fill his butt with lead, because that's somebody's mama, somebody's auntie, somebody's daddy, somebody's son and daughter that was in that prayer meeting. Fill his little butt up with lead. Stop the threat. Sidney Rhodes Show. And if you don't feel bad about filling the boy up with lead, little Somali cat in Ohio, don't feel bad when you feel the little copycat Perry Mason dudes that might be coming in your church next. And you heard it here first on the Sidney Rhodes Show. Hey, okay, we'll give you a little taste of the Sidney Rhodes Show from November 28th. That was after the OSU tragedy, and wow, what do you think? 917-725-4241, 917-725-4241. Little walk down memory lane right there. Sidney Rhodes Show. Boy, the truth is the truth, though. Truth is the truth. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show.
You can't come around just as you please. Pretend to wear your heart on the sleeve. Claiming to have found this inner peace. I just count the minutes till you leave. And you can't ride through town wearing your excuses on your head like a crown. You can't leave it be, 'cause I am not your woman.
So yeah, I just, it's just a part of speaking out for those that, don't have a voice, we have an obligation, to help cats. It just can't be about us all the time. There's people that need help, and this is what we do, we got to reach back. We got to help out. Sidney Rhodes Show. That's what we all about. Probably need to get a definition for democracy and a definition for Republican on the Sidney Rhodes Show. We're gonna have to talk about this. We're gonna talk about what we're really dealing with here, and what we teach our children, what we believe, and what's really happening. Really want to look at it. But I tell you, you better have good lawyers, no matter which side of the fence you're on, because as you can see now, the reports coming out tonight in Michigan, put the brakes on the recount. Stop. No parking on the dance floor. I mean, it's slowing it up. It's not looking like it's going to work out too well. So, in layman's terms, bottom line, it appears that Stein has to be a candidate who actually could have won to really push this. The way the law reads, or as being interpreted to be, that it's cool if you want some recount. That's cool if you think there was some tampering, you think there was some funny business going on, but you got to be like, you could have won to really be pushing it hardcore. Like man, I could have really won. So with this behind in the shadows Clinton involvement, getting her lawyers kind of involved and not really coming out, but kind of really wanting and waiting to see, that could have put the monkey wrench in the whole deal. Secretary Clinton would have came out front like, hey, I know what I said. I know I'm looking hypocritical right now by challenging. I know that what I said in the debate, that it was, ridiculous and absolutely absurd to even, consider that there was some rigging going on and all of that. However, I'm going to do this, and be out front and champion it. Now, then, if they would run them what they're running them to now, which is the past couple of days going back and forth, hey, it would have been, well, Secretary Clinton could have won, so she's aggrieved. I mean, she fits the law, and you go ahead and go through with it. But Sister Stein, she had no chance of winning. So it's like, why you over here trying to do all this for somebody else's stolen bike? This ain't your bike. You don't even like bikes. You don't even know how to ride a bike. Why you over here arguing about this dude's bike? Let that dude come over here and argue about his own bike. So the judge like, hey, I mean, if he wanted talking about his bike, maybe we'll go through it. But you over here talking about his bike more than he is. We'll go on somewhere. So it's not looking good, y'all. It's not looking good. I outmaneuvered again, and don't you know, President-elect Trump's had some attorneys in there kicking some science over there, like, hey, wait a minute, Judge. She don't even got no bike. And the judge like, hey, well, see? Outmaneuvered again. When will they learn? Hey. But again, what is the system that we're dealing with? Because you still got December 19th. You still have some electors who may be faithless, quote unquote. The saga might continue a little bit further. But, there's another level to that constitutional complex situation. You still got Congress when they meet to count up those ballots from the Electoral College. So they meet in January, and, so if there is some faithless stuff, you're still going to have, there'll still be another opportunity for them to turn the ship again. Well, it gets deep. So on November 8th, what did you really do? What did you really do? I think we need to understand what exactly the system is we're under, that we're operating in and with. I think that if we all understand the rules of the game, I think it would be helpful. It'd be helpful. Maybe it would be destabilizing, but at least we'll have the truth. Because it surely isn't because you had more votes than someone else. Just citizen to citizen. You had more citizens voting for you than another candidate had citizens voting for them. You win. That's majority rules. You win. That's not the deal. Period. So just a little truth. But yeah, they got the brakes on the recount. Take the ball home and try again next time, I guess. It's not looking good. Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Have you heard? You ain't hear about that. Did you hear? Who told you? That Increased Solution LLC is making a 24/7 network? Come on now. Well, what about the Sidney Rhodes show? Oh, Sidney Rhodes show is still going to be from 9 to midnight, though. Oh, okay, because, you don't be tripping. Sidney Rhodes show still from 9 to midnight. Okay. But, you mean all those other hours, 24/7, need to be filled? Which means cats they can have their own show? You tripping. Are you serious? Or they can be guests on other shows? So you mean if you had a talent or idea or something you want to do, you got a chance right here to reach the world? Come on, man. What's the catch? What? All they gotta do is get at you? On Facebook? Sidney J. Rhodes Jr.? So wait a minute, what kind of topics? I mean, what, they could do what? Relationships, religion, news, education, health, race, business development, entertainment, empowerment? What? All of that? And whatever else? What? All they gotta do is get at you? What you trying to say? That if they want to get out there, they can get out there. This is their chance. For real, though? For real, they just go Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr., send you a message and be like, hey, this is something I want to do. And then if it's good, it's good. Is that what you're trying to say? For real? Man, that sounds all right. That's kind of cool. All right. Nah, I'm with that. I ain't going to hold you up with that. All right. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Okay. All right. I might try to have a show. That's all right. Well, wait. What if I got a product or a service, something I just want to advertise to the world? I could Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr., and I can hook up and try to get that too? Man, that's all right. Oh, man, go on, man. That's cool, man. All right. No, I ain't gonna hate. I like it. 24/7 network. All right, helping people, giving some good perspectives, having people think about things, man, and some entertainment too, man. That's hot. All right. I'm cool. That'll work. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show. The Sidney Rhodes Show. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. Listen, what do you think about, what people call a microwave society, popcorn type stuff, just come in, go out, come in. I mean, what do you think about this? We started the program with paying tribute and honoring our men and women who have served and given of themselves to such a major degree, especially 75 years ago. This being of course, as you know, anniversary of Pearl Harbor. So that and other events, we definitely honor those that have given so much. It's just amazing, though, don't you think, that it's a day like today, you do it, and then business as usual, you know what I mean? I mean, like, you pause for a few seconds, some maybe longer, and it's just on to the next. What do you think about that? It's just amazing to me how quickly you just give it a moment, right? Just a quick moment, and then everything else is just back on. I wonder if we slow down long enough. I wonder if we slow down long enough. We replayed, and you can hear the whole program on demand, Sidney Rhodes Show from November 28th. And right after that, we had an exclusive interview, just an amazing interview with Mr. Adam Smith, who is an actual friend of the OSU attacker and provided an entirely different perspective on the young man. And I definitely encourage you to listen and to study that. He nor I or anything affiliated with the program advocates violence at all. But it was just such an amazing journey to speak about his life and how he became acquainted with the young man and the very different perspective he has on the young man. I bring that up to say that one of the things that Mr. Adam Smith said was that, just thinks that maybe we should slow down more, and it makes a lot of sense, moving so fast, sometimes you just gotta slow down, and really think about what's happening in these anniversaries and so-called holidays or birthdays, special occasions. As you know, I mean, it's fleeting. Maybe our life is a vapor. So maybe the whole thing is, right. Maybe. So maybe you can slow down, though, maybe. And if so, then maybe we can analyze a way to continue the pursuit to have a more perfect union, have better relationships, have better communities, taking the time to look at it, and maybe not move so fast that we miss the opportunity to do good because we're just so busy. Sometimes we're so busy doing good that we don't have time to do good. It's just something to think about. But I look forward to you continuing with us on this voyage. Always, you can connect with us on Facebook, Sidney Rhodes Show. Follow on Twitter at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. iTunes and YouTube. Put in your search bar The Sidney Rhodes Show. Every night here, 9 to midnight. Call in live, 917-725-4241, 917-725-4241. And we'll look forward to playing with that accelerator, sometimes going fast, and sometimes maybe we'll come off it a little bit and we can slow down so we can think about things a little bit better as well. We're all in this together. Oh, and we might get there. Maybe. Who's got the map? Yeah. Are we there yet? Well, hopefully we'll find out soon. Sidney Rhodes Show. I do this, Sidney Rhodes Show? Well, it's not about whether or not, we have all the answers. I think it's a collaborative effort. I think that there are a lot of brilliant people in the world, and this is a point, a critical point in history. And if we can circle the wagons round, if we can bring the people together to think about the concepts and look at things from a different angle, different perspective, look deeper, I mean, it's possible that we can help somebody. It's possible that we can create better structures, towards a more perfect union. You dig? I mean, so I really, I throw out a lot of questions, because I really want people to think. And, sometimes I just, I believe there's a utility to just allowing some things to be questioned, just that First Amendment right, just allow it to be questioned, and then if it's the truth, let it be the truth, I mean, if it stands, let it stand. If not, then we got work to do. You feel me? I think we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our future. We owe it to our children to get to the truth and then stand on that. That's the Sidney Rhodes Show, So I invite people from all different perspectives, with respect. We put it up. We put it to the test. That's what we do, Sidney Rhodes Show. And that's why we do what we do, Gotta love it. Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show, Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show. Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road. The Sidney Rhodes Show. So yeah, I just, it's just a part of speaking out for those that, don't have a voice, we have an obligation, to help cats. It just can't be about us all the time. There's people that need help, and this is what we do, we got to reach back. We got to help out. Sidney Rhodes Show. That's what we all about. The Sidney Rhodes Show. Facebook, Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. Follow us at Sidney J. Rhodes Jr. The Sidney Rhodes Show. You're on the right road with the Sidney Rhodes Show.